those two questions, as I said, how well do you think you know people? So those two questions, as I said, what is first aid for mental health, number one? Number two, what would you do if you came across someone that was really distressed? Number three, this is not a question, I'm just throwing this out to you. I'm trying to sort of introduce you to the subject matter. How well do you think you know your customers? What do you think about that? How well do you think you know them? I'll tell you why, because as I said, I've had people come to see me, and we've been working together. And it's been 4 or 5 years, and then one day they come in. These are very friendly people. They blow up like a balloon, and they show you a lot of aggression and become very angry. How well do you think you know your customers? Yeah? I mean, me and you have a laugh and a joke, you know. I took you to that meeting. Say that again?
You don't know each other.
You don't. Yeah.
Even that, we don't know each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely true. How well do you think you know your customers? Sometimes you think you know someone really well. Or how many times have you seen people that you possibly know, or you heard of them? Oh, he's just committed suicide. I didn't think he was going through that. I've seen a picture of a husband and a wife standing together, and they're very happy in the picture. And he posted it, and he says, "This is the night that I had planned to take my own life." But he's so happy in the picture. You know? Just something to consider really when working with people, because sometimes you don't realise. And I know we talk about this sensory acuity thing, and we talk about NLP, etc. But how well do you really know you don't know them? Do you really? So there's a big possibility of you looking to develop the art of understanding people a bit more, taking real notes, even if they're a little bit quiet. They're not their very selves. See, I just said to you today, I look at every piece of detail when I communicate with people, every single thing, from the start to the finish, from when they come in. I pay attention to it. I had a young person say to me once, he was in the class, we were working in Brown Hills. Again, Brown Hills, I've already said it's a racist area, and I don't know about now, but it was kind of reserved racist views that the kids were expressing. And I started to get on very well with them. I thought, I'm going to stop touching that door. The ghosts keep coming in, don't they? And I'm going to have you out there with a kirpan, stand you out there, and you can guard it. Yeah. Next thing you're going to say, you won't pay. Yeah, what was I saying now? What was I saying? Yeah, Brown Hills. And he was causing a lot of issues in the classroom that one day. So I said, can you stop behind a second? Can I have a word with you? He's the leader of the pack. He's 16, 17. I said, you're right. I said, you're not yourself today. I said, you normally get people to work and do their work, but you're disrupting the session. Are you all right? And he says to me, he says, you know, my girlfriend's pregnant. I've just finished with her. It's a young age, and she's just having an abortion. And I thought, you know, so he's like, really felt that, you know. Obviously, it's a young age to have a baby, etc., you know, but he's like really down about it. Perception is one of those areas that is so important. Perception is one of those areas that allows you to see. Perception is one of those areas that allows you to experience other people's potential pain or other people's potential views. Now, here's the question. The question is, have you ever, if you're viewing things one way, have you ever taken the perceptual perception of the other person to see or experience what they may be going through? Or is it simply the fact that you only think about yourself and you only feel that you're the only person that is important to the world, that your view is the only one that counts? Yes, it is okay to have an opinion, but it is not okay to not take the other person's perceptual position. So you need to think about perceptual position, perspective, perception, taking over the other person's perception, thinking about whatever's going on from a different standpoint, not from your own personal selfish standpoint, but from an ecological standpoint that allows you to see or experience greater dimensions of understanding. Now, what is that going to allow you to do? What is perception going to allow you to do? What is a perceptual position going to allow you to do? What will it allow you to do? It will allow two things. Insight. It will give you insights. It will give you an insight into why the person might be doing that behavior, and why the person is behaving in a certain way. It will give you an insight into potentially how you can potentially change the person's viewpoint. If you have insight and understanding, if you can understand the person and understand exactly what they're going through, there is a strong possibility of you being able to solve the problem. Understanding is, now here's the key point,